Hi folks, welcome or welcome back to the channel. For those of you guys who are new here, my name is Man. Also, I'm really sorry about the fact that there hasn't been a video for the past couple of weeks. I've been busy doing my assignments, so I haven't really spent time on the channel, so that's why there hasn't been a video for the past couple of weeks. But I'm back. Also, again, I'm filming at my desk, so sorry for the harsh shadows. This video is gonna be like a flip through / review of starting One Book October, like my October ring binder. Did this work for me? I guess the answer to that question would be yes and no. No, because I realized this isn't really functional for me. Yes, because I realized what I do like and what I don't like about my analog planning system. For those of you guys who missed it, I made a video explaining why I'm starting One Book October. The general gist of it is just that I want to get back into analog journaling, and this ring binder was a really great gateway into doing that. If you guys want to get the ring binder or the papers I used, I have them linked in my other video, so you can find them there. But yeah, so let me just do a quick flip through and kind of explain, I guess, why I'm not going to continue using this and what I will be doing moving forward. So we have my Winnie the Pooh keychain, my cover page, the grid spacing that I did not use at all, but I have absolutely no idea what to put here, which is why the grid spacing is there in the first place. And then we move on to the calendar. This calendar, I'm not someone who uses my calendar that often. I kind of just have things marked down like new moon, full moon, if I have classes, and like not that many things. But that's really just how I've been using my calendars for like a long time. So this is kind of more like something for me to just look at and know what's going on in the month, or like to look back on and know what happened during the month. This little paper here is more of like a couple of notes from my tarot reading, like just general things I wanted to remember. Yeah, I think one of the things I would probably do moving forward is to maybe make the calendar a little bigger and kind of, I guess, fill in each box with like what happened that day, even if I don't like pre-plan it. Like once the day is over, maybe I'll write it in. I don't know, I might do that in the future, maybe not. Like I have done that before, and I think it's really nice to look back at the end of the month. But yeah, so we move on to this weekly layout, which I set up for like the rest of October, which I think that was one of the things I will not do in the future, because in this I mostly only just put down all my lectures and stuff. Typically I would set up either 1 week or 2 weeks at a time and then use that, but because I had all of my weeks laid out, I didn't really find myself going back. Like I didn't even move the bookmark that I made to the current week. October hasn't ended, but I'm filming this because I know I won't use this moving forward. But yeah, and then we move on to like the daily section. I did start using this in September. I don't use the to-do list, I don't make to-do lists every day. So the way the bullet journal kind of is the same. I have this trackers for Peachtober. It's not updated. Yeah. This tracker, I realized that I always do monthly trackers, but I never actually fill them in. Like, I keep up with it for like the first 2 weeks. And then there are things like that I can reference something else, and I can come back and backfill it, but for the most part, I don't really use my monthly trackers as often. So I'm thinking, moving forward, I'm gonna try weekly trackers instead. Yeah. I do mostly also like to do like master to-dos and stuff. I have not checked this off, but this is an essay to-do list for an essay I've already submitted. And then we move on to the journal section, which I will not show you guys the contents of it because it is personal. But That's the amount of pages I've used. In like 9th of October. Yeah, 9th of October, I realized like I really do not want to continue journaling in this. So I moved back into my old commonplace book, which I started this book in June, and then in July I kind of moved out of it. So where is it? Like this amount of pages. Like I went through this amount of pages from like October 9th to 23rd, and then I started another book. Or like I set out another book. Yeah. I did film setting this up. If you guys would like a journal and chat video of that, like do comment. But as for the ring binder, one thing I realized is that I really don't enjoy having my journaling and my to-do list in the same book. Or like, this is a binder, but like in the same place. Which is why I moved back into my old commonplace book. As for my to-do list part of the ring binder, I didn't really like having to like keep taking out the papers to write, because it is uncomfortable to like write while it is attached to the ring binder, and I didn't really enjoy that. So I think November, December, I'm gonna go back to my old bullet journal. As for the weeklies, like I mentioned, I realized I don't enjoy having it all pre-set out. Yeah, so that was what was in here. I'm not gonna like stop using this entirely. I'm just not gonna use this for like functional planning. I know like for creative planning, I think not creative planning, for creative journaling, like ephemera journaling, I think this ring binder would be really great. Also, using this ring binder made me realize what I like about analog planning, and that helped me like plan what my 2024 planning system is going to be. So stay tuned for that video. I don't have everything that I want to show. Like, I don't have everything that I want to use next year. So I will eventually make a video of it. So stay tuned for that if you guys are interested. One other thing that I started in October is this, what I like to call my everything notebook. This one is more for like plans, ideas, random, like, yeah, just any random ideas I have. I'm not going to show the contents of it because personal stuff. But I used to do something like this in secondary school where I had like a book that I kind of just threw into my school bag, and like I would just write random things in there. That's what this book is. One other thing about why I don't really enjoy using this is that I like to bring my books out. So I have this like pencil case from Typo. I had this like a couple since like 2017, maybe 2018. Like it used to be my pencil case. Now it carries my notebooks. That's one thing I liked about my A6 bullet journal, which I used to use. Which if you guys have not seen a flip through of one of my A6 bullet journals, I'll also leave that in the description box. But one of the things is I used to just put my commonplace and my bullet journal in the same pouch and bring it out. Of course I could like maybe buy something that fits this, but like I didn't buy that for the sake of putting my notebooks. I bought it because it's a pencil case, and I kind of just repurposed it for my notebooks. So I didn't really want to spend and buy something. So key things I realized, I just really like A6 books. This technically is an A6 ring binder, but the size of it is definitely bigger than A6. Yeah, so that was my little rant on October, I guess. Yeah, but I mean, I'm really glad that I did do this because it's like a gateway back into analog planning after I digitally journaled for quite a bit. And the verdict is I am glad I did do this. Like, I'm glad I tried this out. And I'm also really glad that this kind of helped me realize what I do enjoy about writing on paper. So yeah, we're set for 2024. stay tuned for that video. And yeah, this is the end of the video. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I am gonna go back to posting every week, okay? Like, I'm gonna actually put in effort and post every week. I don't have a set schedule. Goal for 2024 is to have a set schedule, but as of now, my schedule is that I post at 10 p.m. Singapore time. Yeah, once a week. You know, if you're new to the channel, like, do check out my other videos while you wait for my next one. And yeah, I hope to catch you on my next one. Bye!